All right. So there was kind of a mini lesson inside of my lesson about area and perimeter. Now there is a book about area and perimeter that is going to be read to you as well.
Spaghetti and Meatballs for All. Spaghetti and Meatballs for All. A mathematical story by Marilyn Burns. Remember, it has to do with optimizing perimeter and area. Won't seem like it though while we're reading it. One fine day, Mrs. Comfort was busy tending the lettuce patch in her garden. You know, it's been a long time since we've seen the family, she said to her husband. You're right, answered Mr. Comfort. He was stretched out on a bench, doing what he liked to do best in a vegetable garden, reading a cookbook. Maybe it's time for a family reunion, Mrs. Comfort said. A wonderful idea, Mr. Comfort agreed. Let's see, menus, dinner for two, serves 4 to 6, banquets. How many people would we be having, he asked? The Comforts called their children, they called their parents, Mrs. Comfort called her brother, and Mr. Comfort called the next door neighbors, who are almost like family. Everyone can come. That's 32 people altogether, including us, Mr. Comfort said. What could possibly fit in our oven and still feed 32 people? He wondered out loud. Why not make the famous spaghetti and meatballs, asked Mrs. Comfort. Good thinking, said Mr. Comfort. Now, what about renting some tables and chairs, asked Mrs. Comfort. She got out the telephone book. 2 weeks later, the big day arrived. Mr. Comfort got up very early and spent all morning cooking. He baked 16 loaves of garlic bread, made 8 pounds of fresh pasta, he simmered 8 quarts of spaghetti sauce, and rolled 96 meatballs. Mrs. Comfort picked all her ripe tomatoes, cucumbers, and lettuce for salad. While Mrs. Comfort waited for the tables and chairs she had rented, she drew a seating plan. Then she got out the dishes, the silverware, the glasses, the tablecloths, and some vases. But when the rental company arrived, they were 1 chair short. Don't worry, said Mr. Comfort. You'll think of something. Mrs. Comfort found a folding chair. Now the tables were ready. Each had 4 place settings, 4 chairs, and a vase with lovely cut flowers. Mr. Comfort came out of the kitchen balancing 8 plates of celery and olives, 1 for each table. Just after noon, the Comfort's daughter and husband arrived with their 2 children. Welcome, said Mrs. Comfort. Come, sit, said Mr. Comfort. Let's push 2 tables together so you can sit with us, suggested the Comfort's daughter. But there won't be room, Mrs. Comfort said. But there is, said Mr. Comfort. There's plenty of room, and plenty of garlic bread. Everyone was just about to sit down when a car pulled into the driveway. Mrs. Comfort's brother and his wife, their daughter, her husband, and their twin sons all spilled out. Welcome, said Mr. Comfort. Sit down, sit down. Oh, let's push over 2 more tables so we can all sit together, said Mrs. Comfort's brother's wife. The Comfort's daughter and her husband got up to help. But that won't work, said Mrs. Comfort. You're so right, Mr. Comfort said. We'll have to push 2 more tables together. But that won't work either, said Mrs. Comfort. You're right, said Mrs. Comfort's brother's wife. Make way! Shouted Mrs. Comfort's brother and the Comfort's son-in-law. They each carried over a table and put them side by side. You don't understand, Mrs. Comfort sighed. My plan was... But no one heard her. Everyone was too busy. Save some of that garlic bread for me, a new arrival called. Me too, me too, me too. 3 more voices piped in. Well, look who's here, said Mrs. Comfort's brother's daughter's husband. It was the Comfort's next-door neighbors with their daughter and son. "Hello, hello," said Mr. Comfort. "So glad to see you. Have a seat while I get more garlic bread." "But there is no place for them to sit," said Mrs. Comfort. "Don't worry," said Mrs. Comfort's brother's wife. "We'll just divide these tables into two groups of 4. "Go ahead," Mrs. Comfort said, "but I'm telling you, when—" "You fret too much," said Mr. Comfort. "Bread, anyone?" When all of the tables had been rearranged, everyone sat down. "See, Mom," the Comfort's daughter said, "it worked out just fine." Mrs. Comfort sighed. "Hiya, hiya, hiya," boomed a familiar voice. Mr. Comfort's father, mother, and their little terrier strolled in. "Hello, Grandma, hello, Grandpa," the Comfort's daughter shouted. "Oh dear," said Mrs. Comfort. "Where are they going to sit?" "No problem," said Mr. and Mrs. Comfort's next-door neighbor. "If we just push all 8 tables into one long line, there'll be room enough for everyone." "Actually," Mrs. Comfort began to explain. "Absolutely," said Mr. Comfort. He was carrying several big bowls of salad. "Better move fast or the salad will be really tossed." No sooner had everyone gotten settled than Mrs. Comfort's mother and father drove up in their yellow convertible. "Hello, Grammy! Hello, Gramps!" the Comfort's daughter shouted. Mrs. Comfort put down her fork. "Oh dear," she said. "Don't worry, we're all family, right?" Gramps said. "Let's just split this long line of tables in 2. There will be plenty of room for us to squeeze in." "But it still isn't going to work, because," Mrs. Comfort started to say. A bowl of salad slid into her lap. "Sorry," said one of Mrs. Comfort's brother's daughter's twin sons. "Wait, wait! You're all forgetting something," said Mrs. Comfort. "We're out of salad over here," the Comfort's daughter said. "Don't put any tomatoes in mine," said the Comfort's next-door neighbor's son. "Is there more garlic bread?" asked Mrs. Comfort's mother. "Who's got my silverware?" asked Mr. Comfort's father. "Hey!" Mrs. Comfort's brother's daughter's son said to his twin brother. "That's my bread you're eating. Get your fingers out of my salad," the Comfort's son's daughter said to her twin sister. "Don't play with your food," said the Comfort's son's wife. "What did you say?" asked Mr. Comfort. "I said," Mrs. Comfort said. Beep, beep. A big red van parked at the curb. Out jumped Mrs. Comfort's sister with her husband and their triplets. All 3 of the triplets had brought their boyfriends, who were also triplets. "Now do you see what I mean?" Mrs. Comfort asked. "Where are they all going to sit?" "Well, my dearest," said Mr. Comfort, "I haven't served the spaghetti yet. We'll just move a few chairs, reset a few plates, and then we'll be plenty of room for everyone." "I give up," cried Mrs. Comfort. She sat down in her chair and didn't budge. "I say we divide the 4 pairs of tables into 8 single tables," Mrs. Comfort's brother said. He and his wife moved 1 pair of tables apart. The triplets and their boyfriends moved the other 3 pairs. "You see," said Mr. Comfort, "it all worked out." "I see. Everything is back exactly the way I had it," said Mrs. Comfort. "I knew you'd think of something," said Mr. Comfort. "Now, how many meatballs would you like?" So now we have these little pictures at the end that show how, with the exact same 8 tables, there was the optimization of area and perimeter. I'm going to let this record for a few seconds with no sound so that anybody who looks at the book online can use these if they want to.
All right. So the area and perimeter, as you notice, as there became more and more people there, they had to make a bigger and bigger table. All right, let me. That is the end of our slideshow on area and perimeter. So today you're working on the area Cheez-It page. So if you have Cheez-Its, you can use them to help you determine the area, which remember the area is the space inside of a shape. Rectangle is square, any shape is the area is the space inside. The perimeter is the space around. So fencing, that's the perimeter. Okay, so I hope these were helpful for you. Bye.